to this early morning gameplay of Sword of Vermilion. I, you know, with my, with my Lightbreaker light gun, I've been looking to expand my light gun collection on the PS2, seeing if it works with anything and everything. Only to discover that there were some games that had light gun compatibility, but they were not, how do you say, that they were not compatible with the gun con. This was kind of crazy, because I honestly thought that, you know, it was all around. Like, yeah, all it really is doing is just detecting a flash on the screen, right? No, one one of the one of my favorite games as a kid in arcades was Area 51, and I remember being at a, I don't know, one of my parents' friends' kids' house. I don't know. He was playing Area 51 on the PlayStation 1, and he was using a light gun. Um, at the time I thought it was the gun con, right? The Lightbreaker gun that was recently created. You could get it at Stone Age Gamer. It's compatible with the PS1. And oh no, damn it. Hold on, wait. I messed up. Anyway, I legitimately thought that he was I thought that those games were compatible with the gun con. No, it needed the Konami justifier light gun. There we go. And it, and then I I'm look like and I was at a game store yesterday, right? A place I go to all the time. I buy and sell there, and um, no, and I asked if I could see the back of Area 51. It was a shooting game. Hold on, let's see if I have enough. Nah, I gotta get more stuff. All right, I checked to see if it's compatible with GunCon. No, the Konami justifier, and I was like, what? So I check online. I see that was this whole thing. This was even before Time Crisis. That there was the Konami justifier, and they only ever had the one game. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me, right? Um, right? And this is strange because back when I had a CRT, I would play Virtual Cop with the Sega. I don't know, the Virtual Stunner or whatever the Saturn thing was called. And the Saturn like, and it was compatible with the Area 51, with that version of Area 51. And I would assume that, well, obviously the gun con should work because that's more or less something like an official, you know, PlayStation kind of thing. No, so I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, damn. And just for the hell of it, I check on romhacks.net to see if anyone might have made a patch. Might have made a patch, and no, it turns out that they did not. Here, I'm gonna get a gnome stone. And no, no one made a patch that would make Area 51 compatible with with the gun con. Very disappointing. It was very disappointing. I have to admit. Yeah. Gotta find that. I really should. I don't know what half of this stuff does. Let's see if I could get a lantern. All right, I can. I'll just use magic. And it is a little disappointing. All right. Although honestly, I don't think there was a lot of Saturn light gun games. Yeah, there really wasn't any Saturn light gun games. A lot. There was Virtual Cop 1, Virtual Cop 2, I guess Area 51, and House of the Dead 1. And I think that's it. I don't. You know. So yeah, I don't. So yeah, there were a couple, but I don't think it's significant. The PlayStation thing, I think, had a lot more. They had Time Crisis. I'm talking about the GunCon ones. Time Crisis, Project Titan, and I think there was a Gun Survivor. You know, Resident Evil Gun Survivor. Thinking about that, maybe I should try to get. Oh. Here we go. Oh man, 17 hits. You have to attack at an angle. Well, honestly, light gun games have gone on the wayside since the rise of HD. I think it's just too hard to. I really do think it's just too hard to make it work just right. I know the technology's there, but I don't think there's enough people, anyway, new kids are nowadays interested in something like that. I have to be careful with yellow flames. Magicians. Oh, that took a lot of energy. Okay. Man. And the Gorgons. Get over here. Get over here. I was very interested in getting the last Time Crisis 4 on the PS3, but I really don't know about how much lag. That I heard that there was some lag on and with that game, so I kind of want to get. But it's also the only game that uses that gun too. It really is, and I'm thinking, well, I'll see if there's any more, but there's gotta be a lot of it. The PS2, they have a lot of good light gun games. Vampire Knight, Time Crisis 2 and 3. The Virtual Cop Rebirth. Sega actually went out of the way and made that game compatible with a competitor product. That's or partner at that point. I think I always see it as I always see Sega and Namco having like this weird relationship with each other. Like, cause when Sega went third party, their names started to show up on, their names are starting to show up like. Their names started to show up like together on boxes and promotional material and stuff. Like Vampire Knight. I remember seeing Vampire Knight, the advertising, I think it was Game Informer. I forgot which magazine, but I think it might have been Game Informer. And from the makers of House of the Dead or whatever, this and that, WoW Entertainment. That old Sega development house. Vampire Knight, fight all these monsters and who can save the village and all this stuff. Oh, just push me out of the way. And I got interested, like, oh wow. And at the time I had I just recently got Time Crisis 3 with the gun con too, and I was very, oh no. Okay. Right, I recently got Time Crisis 3 with a gun con, and I'm already looking to see what games I could get, but I never got it because even though I was making a little money, it was I wasn't able to just buy games every day or anything like that. I still had other things, other priorities, but it did get me interested. It really did. Hey Jeremy, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Just talking about light gun games. But as I was saying, there was I saw WoW Entertainment and Namco, and those two don't combine. One's from Sega, and then like Namco, that they're like the competitor, right? Well, no, that's how it was for a little bit. Anyway, Jeremy, how can I help you? Uh-oh. Oh, Skeleton Warriors. Or one. With these you can't really... Great. Was it poison? No. Okay, looks like he left. I was here before. But yeah, it was kind of crazy seeing that. What's also crazy was that like Sega made no, not there. Sega also made now this was the only reason I even got this game. But Sega also made F-Zero GX and AX. That come on, come on. This is what was strange. After Sega went third party, of course, I was looking to see, and I got a GameCube as my first console purchase when I first got a job. The Xbox was something I saved up for by doing odd jobs here and there, but the GameCube was the one that I bought like straight out with my first paycheck. You know, I remember getting that first paycheck, looking at it and thinking this is enough to get a GameCube, right? And get a GameCube and a game. And this was something I was kind of planning for a while. The reason I got the GameCube was because it had Metal Gear Twin Snakes. Like 2 years before then, a friend of mine, I let him borrow my Metal Gear on the PlayStation. You know, he wanted to play. He never played. I told him how cool it was, and he asked if he could borrow it. Okay, he borrowed it, and he broke it. He said, "Oh, he broke it. You know, he scratched up bad. He was never careful. He was never careful with his stuff." But I told him like I don't mess it up, and now he scratched the hell out of it. It just didn't want to load anymore, and I was very upset. And every time he asked if he could borrow a game, I said no. Look what you did to my Metal Gear, right? And at the time, you know, I wanted to get another copy, but I was thinking, well, why get another copy when I could just like, okay. Oh, I wonder if I already got it. Oh, great, again. Man. Anyway, I was thinking about the GameCube for a while. I've had, of course, new Sonic games were coming out on it. and or remakes were coming out on it, and it was just a thing. Like, and Metroid interested me, and I was thinking, well, maybe I could well, maybe I should get a GameCube, right? It was one of those systems that kind of held off for, and I was thinking, well, maybe it'll be cool to have. Like, I'm thinking it'll be cool to have. You know, Metal Gear. There's a new Metal Gear. I can't play. Well, I could play this Metal Gear, right? It was really bizarre, but honestly, I was thinking, you know, I'll get the I'll get the GameCube, and it already seemed like, I think, two price cuts at that point, maybe one price cut. But I remember it was cheap enough that I was able to buy that and Metal Gear Twin Snakes on my first paycheck, and that was the only game. That was the only game I'll play for like a long time. Then the Player's Choice stuff would come out, and yeah, and then the Player's Choice stuff would come out. Damn. Okay. Oh, nothing. I wonder if I'm missing something. Anyway, back to that. Eventually, like, man, they just surround you. Man. So player choice games started to come out, and that's when I started buying more. But the one game that really interested me was F-Zero GX, and it was another one of those Sega teams that were making games for like a competitor, for like a different company. I was looking into it. I was like, the guys that made Daytona USA are making F-Zero. Like, no one, you can never imagine that. It's like asking Miyamoto to make Sonic, or asking the guys that made Mortal Kombat to make a Street Fighter. It was unheard of. Like it was bizarre. So, but I had to check it out, right? You know. I would like to hear that conversation between Sega and Nintendo. Like, hey, can we borrow your team to make a new F-Zero? Or how did those negotiations start? You know. Got to get away from these mushrooms. And these Medusas. Really? Oh, that was a waste. I do see a lot of people interested in Virtua Fighter though. I was never the biggest Virtua Fighter fan. Yeah. Like when I first saw it, I thought it was like the coolest looking. Yeah, I figured. See, that's what confused me. Look how far away that map was from the actual stairs. All right, I better. Save me a little time. Man. I'll rest up, get more things, and then go back. Alright guys, you know it's getting kind of hot. You're gonna have to excuse me if you hear the fan. Okay, whew. Just hearing noises. Okay. It was a piece of plastic that was rubbing up against the wall. It was freaking me out for some reason. Okay. Alright, well, enough. I wish we could carry more stuff, really. See how much. Yeah, I'm not leveling up as fast as I used to. I think it's because not a lot of monsters are showing up in these fights. Like I'll get swarmed by like eyeballs and Medusas, but they don't. But I don't think they give me enough XP. But I've also been running away a lot, so who knows? Maybe that's it too. These guys still take a lot of hits. You know, this game is taken and is put on and taken off a lot of collections. I remember on the first Genesis collection that came out on a PS2. This game was on there. That's the first time I noticed a green face thing, but oh damn, get out of here. I would see this game on there. I saw it on there, and then when the collection came out for the 360, oh snap! It was missing. And then they brought it back again. I wonder if this was also part of the Genesis Mania. I have to check. Oh man, look how strong those things are. Really? Not one step? Alright, for bugging me, I want to wipe you out. Get out of here. Get out of here with that. Really? Gonna ignore the mushrooms. Oh, eyeballs. Scary, scary. Jeez. Eyeballs again. And not even one step. Oh my God, no. Man. That sucks. Half my money's gone too. I hate those eyeballs. I really hate those eyeballs. At least my MP's back up, but man. See, I swing and I miss. Oh, snap. Gotta be careful with these. Oh, look how much energy they take. uh, and Medusas, Gorgons. One step and I'm in another fight. I'm not even at the dungeon yet. Look at how much resources I'm taking up. And of course the dancing fire. Oh, there's only 3 of them. Looks like I'm about to level up, but oh boy. Oh man. I've never had a dungeon give me so much trouble. Strangely enough, the first Star Ocean game I played was the fourth one on the PS2. And there was a I think it's like 1/3 into the game. There was a town. No, no, no. It was a quarter way into the game. There was a town that that was next to, I guess, one of these like bonus dungeons. Like it's super hard bonus dungeon that well, is only really meant for you to go after you you know, in the later part of the game. But I got stuck. I got stuck. I didn't know. I didn't know I had to look for a switch in the palace, right? So the switch in the palace I had to flip, and it'll take me to like to where take me to like the dungeon underneath the palace. That's where I was supposed to go. But when they were referring to the dungeon, I'm thinking like, well, where is this thing? Where am I supposed to go, right? And so like I start exploring around town, like I talk to people, I'm thinking like I'm missing something. And I'm guessing, well, maybe there's a dungeon near the town or something. I travel around and I find a dungeon, not the dungeon, but I found a dungeon that had like bizarre monsters, monsters that don't really belong in the game. Even they looked a little too wacky, right? But I'm thinking, well, this is where I have to be, right? And I fight the first monster, and my party just gets wiped out. It's like, oh damn. And in my head, I'm thinking, okay, well, I guess I haven't leveled up yet. You know, never mind you that this is meant for someone that's like 10, 12 levels ahead of me, or 20 levels ahead of me. No, 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 no. I just haven't like. I just haven't like, you know, properly gone through the palace. So I stock up on potions and stuff, and I treat every little enemy encounter as a boss battle. And it's taking me forever to beat these guys, but I beat them, and I'm start leveling up big time. Like, okay, you know, never mind I'm using shoddy weapons and whatnot. I'm just like really grinding it for hours and hours, and I'm thinking something's not right here. I remember I grinded for like maybe 4 hours, and I'm thinking something's not right here. Like, even if this is a dungeon, I don't think this should have been this strong. But over time, I get to the point where it just takes me maybe like 2 or 3 turns to beat to beat the regular guys, right? To beat the regular dungeon monsters. And then like Jeez. Oh, that's good. So, I what I do is look. So what I do is I go through the dungeon. I get find stronger monsters, and then I grind up. And I'm grinding in this dungeon that's meant for people for that I wasn't even supposed to visit for maybe 20, you know 15, 20 levels later. And I uh eventually I get to the end and I'm fighting this like weird clownish last boss. But there's no dialogue. There's nothing that the characters are saying, because usually in that game the characters will like talk to each other as you're exploring through the dungeon, and when they get to the boss, there'll be some dialogue. There's no dialogue. I'm just going through it like whatever. And then I beat, and then I get like this weird hammer or a staff or something. Jeez. Oh, come on. Really? Did he see that? So, I get the staff and I give it to the girl, or no, I don't think the girl was there yet. I no, I think I just keep the staff, right? And I'm thinking like, I keep the staff and I'm thinking like, well, so something's not right here. I guess I'm supposed to give it to the girl when she comes back. All this stuff, right? And I'm thinking, and I'm like, oh, eyeball. Oh, one hit. Finally. Anything? No. Really? I know it's probably gonna be a waste of my time. Should I even bother checking? I'm gonna check. Oh. Anyway, after I'm done with that dungeon, I go back, I start talking to people, I start talking to NPCs, and they're all saying the same thing, and I'm like, damn, I don't think I was supposed to be in that dungeon. And then I think I find like some guy that worked on the grounds of the palace, and they told me about the switch. I'm like, oh, duh. Like, so I go flip the switch, I go to the actual dungeon I'm supposed to go to, and I'll wipe the boss, like I, I kill all the standard enemies, and I wipe the floor with the boss in 3 turns. I'm like, oh my god. Well, there's no turns in that game, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, I beat him like really, really fast. It was stupid. Oh my god, I couldn't. Here, I better heal myself. Okay. Skeleton warrior. Anything? I wonder if there's gonna be a surprise boss battle. And let me heal myself, because I know I'm gonna do something dumb. It's gonna be some demon says, "You're taking my treasure, I'm gonna let you." I wonder if it's a cursed sword. Well, let me see. Attack is 554. Oh wait. Oh wait, maybe oh, that's for armor. Durr. Strength is 481. Let's see. 481. Okay, okay, so I could get into a fight. A different fight. Well, you know what? I'll just get into a fight outside. I don't want to risk. There we go. Perfect. You. Come on. 1, 2. So 2 hits. Alright, that's not bad. It'd be nice if I could take these out in 1 hit. 1, 2. Just have to get stronger, I guess. $40,000. I think I should level up before I keep going. Did you go here yet? Oh yeah, I have. Three hits. 1, 2, 3. Yep. 3 hits now. Used to be 5. I'm gonna be a little lazy. I still get experience, right? I can't tell. I'm gonna go back. One, two. At this point, I'm just grinding, so sorry if it's going to be a little boring for a while. You know, I was here look at all the dithering. Okay. There's something I actually was looking for to see if there's any working units around. Oh man. Oh man. Oh. And it's the Sega mouse. It's the Sega Genesis mouse. I'll tell you right now, both the Genesis, well, mainly on this, this is something I've noticed. I was looking to see I was trying to as I was looking at first person dungeon RPGs, I came across a subgenre of games that started out on PC, but eventually had ports on console, and these were like very standard old MS-DOS, Windows 3.1 RPGs that found homes on the Sega CD and the PC Engine CD. Oh snap. And some of those games had like mouse support. Oh no, not that. And I've been thinking like I'm starting to buy some of these games. Maybe I should get a mouse. It'll be neat to have, and I could play these games a little better because you can you control like an on-screen cursor, not you, you know, it's not like a it's not like you push up, down, left, right. No, you move the character with the cursor or clicking on arrows and stuff. And I'm like, it's very unusual, it's very odd, and it looks like they were just trying to like get whatever, try to implement what the same operations of a PC game on the console, and it doesn't work 100% on with the control pad. It just doesn't. You know, there's ways you could tweak it, like with Command and Conquer on the PlayStation and Sega Saturn and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's not gonna be 100%, you know, translated right. Oh man, the difference that I felt when I first played from playing Command and Conquer, and then playing Command and Conquer Red Alert 2 on the PC for the very first time. I was like, it was like night and day. I was like, oh my god, this thing's beautiful. Like, I could pick and command units much easier. It's like, damn, where was this thing all my life? Oh man, look at that. I still need 2 hits for that thing. Oh snap! Oh. I should start using the water. It's not like I'm getting swarmed by I should probably use the water magic. Let's see. Magic. Get ready. Okay, that's weird. Takes care of those much easier. So some of the yellow fires. Next time I'm going to cheat like hell. I'm going to turn on the Game Genie on this thing and then just like load games at the wazoo. Oh, look at that. Physical attacks are better against those mages. Okay, it might have been a bad choice. Okay. You know, alright, I'm almost there. After I level up, I'll go to the next town. Should probably stock up on... I'm confusing myself. There we go. Damn, oh my god. There. It really is like whack-a-mole. Uh-oh. You know, looking back when Xbox Live on the 360 in a way, when Xbox Arcade, our Live Arcade was a thing, I never would have imagined that downloading would have changed so much. As you guys know, recently Sony announced that they were gonna discontinue, you know, producing game on discs, you know, producing game discs for the in 2028. It was inevitable. I kind of felt it when the first full games were being released online. Like the writing was on the wall, but like you know, I kind of like fathom how bad it could be. I'm at the age where I'm like, where my gaming isn't really as intensive or as much as it used to be. I remember I would spend like half the day gaming. And I'll be happy, like, you know. But in my later years, I don't. I'm only ever playing one game, maybe a few hours a day, and then that's it. I got other things to do. And I guess you could say I'm not as enthused or focused with whatever game comes out. I'm just not. I'm like not. I'm not into it as much as I used to be. I'm more into like older stuff. So this new decision from Sony's not really gonna affect me. You know. And you know, and although I do buy games online, it's not a huge priority, right? So sometimes I'll get the game online if I don't have a choice. For example, I think Doom: The Dark Ages. I was looking to see if the entire game was on the disc or was it going to be downloaded. I think there was like a I don't know if it was like 15 or 20 gig like update required. So at that point I kind of knew that I had no choice. I might as well download the entire game, just because I really wanted to play it. But oh, whoops! Force to have it. And I'll be honest, like, and I felt a little sad that like, oh, I don't have a full disc. I don't have a, but there was no other choice. My computer's not strong enough to run the game. You know, I don't have enough money for a new graphics card. The PlayStation 5 version of that same game does the same thing, and I'm not willing to buy a whole new system. Like, it was all these little things saying you're gonna have to download a chunk of this eventually. And I really wanted to play, and I had no choice. I had to download, you know, either way I was gonna download something. So I just downloaded the whole game. I played it. I thought it was okay. It wasn't the best recent Doom, but it was a fine game. And but I do feel like, you know, I do feel like something was like kind of lost, you know. I do feel like I'm still missing something of the game. Yeah, since in my hard drive, I could turn on my Xbox, play it right now, but I'm still missing some of the game, right? Well, well, oh, here we go. Okay. That was- I do feel like I'm missing some of the game. Now, they, I'm looking at what's gonna come out, and I don't think any systems is gonna offer me anything good. I looked at the God of War games, and I don't think, all right, they don't look all that, you know, they look good graphically, but the gameplay is not really interesting in me, right? The you got nothing from Sony. Microsoft has much less stuff they got for me. The new Gears of War, okay, looks like it's gonna be great. You know, it's gonna this E-Day. It's not really letting me. There we go. So so there's not really nothing that I'm looking forward to, and I might end up just give up on modern gaming. Like really, like I get more excited finding like Sorcery Saga games and and stuff from Treasure and what else? Finding out that Yu Suzuki had a hand in this. Like I kind of want to get Ultima on the Super Nintendo. Like, okay, looks like I'm about to level up. Damn, look at that. Oh, really? 60,000? Man. Alright. I'm gonna. Let's get out of here. You know, every game that they're announcing, it's hard to even bother trying to remember how to purchase, right? Plus, there's stuff hardly even goes on sale. Like, look at this. I got Jedi Survivor for $20 at Best Buy, right? I like the first. I liked Fallen Order. I Jedi Survivor was awesome. Oh no, Fallen Order was awesome. Um, and I'm playing through Jedi Survivor. You know, it's and I originally was not gonna get that game. I was gonna ignore it because you know I well, I'll tell you the sequence of events. The computer I'm streaming right now could handle Fallen Order on medium settings just fine, right? It looks good. It looks good on the TV. Yes, I have this thing connected to a TV. There's no computer monitor. I do all my streaming on a computer that's connected to a television, right? But that's how I'm doing things, and I got that game on a Steam sale, right? When I when Fallen Order came out, I my computer no not when Jedi Survivor came out, my computer could not handle it. Like it just couldn't. So I figured, well, maybe I should just get it on the Xbox One. I got an Xbox One. I could play it there. But the problem with that is it was always just too expensive. $69.99. I don't want a collector's edition. I don't want this, that, or the other. I just want to play. Oh, jeez. I just want to, I just want to play the game and see where the story goes. And I'm not, it really is like guacamole. Get over here. But the game is always too expensive, right? So I'll wait for a sale. The sale never showed up. There's never an online sale. It was never, by the time, like at Target, they would have sales sometimes for older games. But the issue is that they get rid of their games really fast, right? They get rid of the games really fast. So by the time it gets on sale, or by the time there is a time for a sale, it just doesn't happen. Like you'll have to get it online or something. And I'm not willing to buy. Oh snap! Oh, these things aren't doing as much damage as they used to. It's terrible. It's terrible. I'll tell you. And it would never come. It will never come. And I think it was like just recently. I decided to check online, or maybe I could download it online. Like, I just kind of want to just play the game. I want to download online. And sure enough, no, the price is still a premium on the online stores. Right? I looked, and I looked, and it would never go down. Jedi Survivor would never go down in price. And I'm becoming frustrated because I really wanted to play this game, right? And I'm thinking, well, I might have, and I think by that point, it was on sale on Steam like a handful of times, and I'm thinking, I'm probably just gonna have to upgrade my computer, which I kind of should do. Oh, nothing. Oh, are these faster? Or they're just the same? Oh, these guys take longer to beat. Oh man, these guys are super strong too. Look at that. So like whatever. And then like I decided to like check other stores. Right? I could have gotten it now. I probably should have just gotten it on Amazon, but I checked the Best Buy website and it shows that they have it for $20. I'm like, wow. I looked at it took this long to find a deal. And then when I bought it home. I install it, and it's not even the full game. Like, when I try to play this game needs an update. Update is required to play this game, and that just kind of defeated the purpose. Like that really just defeated the purpose of buying the disc. It really did defeat the purpose. I don't know. Yeesh. These guys are still around? It defeated the purpose, and I was pretty upset. Like, I wanted the full thing to be on the disc, but it's not. And I'm like, jeez. So, at any point, hold on, let's see. Let's get a little closer. I'll just. Oh. Damn. I want to check every little corner for a possible treasure, but I don't know if it's worth it. Uh-oh. Come on, you want to fight me? There you go. Aye. Yeah, those guys are definitely magically resistant. Only takes one hit to... There we go. lot of money, but alright. It's something. Okay, there's no... Ignore those guys. I already checked here, damn it. Oh, there's this. There's a clue of things to come. And let's see, does it go black? Yep. Nothing. What? What? I just arrived. What could I have done already? Now this is very curious. I still need those, I think. Let me upgrade my armor. Let me see the strength. Okay. 578. Come on, armor. Okay, I got 617. That's great. Gotta get in. I wonder if the graphite sword is. Huh. What kind of shield do I have right now? The diamond shield on right now. I think that phantom shield is cursed. Give me 1 second. Oh. Diamond shield. Let's see. 617. Could put on shield. 626. Okay. $497. Let's see. $535. Yes. Okay. It looks like I should probably test this stuff out. Maybe it's a good idea to rest up a little bit, no? Where's it in at? Wait, they don't have an in? They don't have an in. Wow. That's crazy. Huh. Yes. Okay, I guess she didn't get the memo that that was an imposter. Great. But these guys don't even have a, Oh, man. I gotta save it. Hmm. Sucks that there's no in. But I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'll rest here, teleport back, and then make my way that way. Yeesh. 12, 13, 13 MP just for that. Should probably get a gnome stone. Again. Look how much damage these guys do too. Forget it. Oh, man. Really, just a few steps. Oh, look at that. Oh. Man, these. Oh no, it's just right there too. Oh, they're down here now too? Now gold skeleton warriors? Great. Jeez. That was a waste of time. Okay, keep going. Aha, I got him. Okay. You know, oh jeez. I'm gonna level up soon. I'm probably leveled up right now. Skeleton armor. Yeah. Yeah, judging by the music. Yeesh. Oops. Let's see. 559. Also like it's like 25, 24. Yeah, like around 25 extra strength. Now I'm gonna go back. $52,000. All right. All right, sorry for being quiet. I'm kind of like confused right now. Jeez, God. Okay. This takes a lot of... You know, these weapons, they really don't... They're really not doing much. Oh, please stop with the one. Get out of here already. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. One step, and I'm already fighting these guys. Some of the stuff is very unfair. I think I've been playing way too many RPGs now. Yikes. Oh, it's gonna... Okay. Is anything up here? Nope. This map has like no... Nothing. I really should heal myself. What if I run into the imposter at the boss fight? I don't have here. Oh, wow. I wonder if I can level up one more time before fighting him. No, I don't think I'm getting enough. Well, and I still have the poison shield on, huh? Cruiser shield. I still don't have enough item. That's good. These guys are back? Nothing. Oh, wait. No, I was already over there? I better... Whoa! That guy still has a green face. This is a different boss fight. That was easy. Uh-oh. Okay, see, these guys want to do it that way? Here, better get a hold of the king. Still hasn't got the memo. Oh, it's gonna bankrupt himself. Awesome. Man, I could probably still make it. I'll be fine. I'm gonna save and end the stream here, guys. So, whew, this was kind of intense, kind of intense. Although that last boss fight was really simple. Quite surprising seeing that didn't really require much strategy. But you know, that's Yu Suzuki's experimentation, I guess. Can it be helped? But yeah. It is what it is. Wasn't too hard. Man. Well, I guess I did play that far. And if I knew that guy, I guess I should have fixed his. Well, it's only one part of the game. It's only one part of the game. I don't think it was all that bad. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching my stream. I'll try to stream later if I can. If not, then maybe tomorrow. It is getting near the end there, so I don't know. Am I going to be able to save the kingdom? I don't know, but we'll find out when we get there. Anyway, guys, peace out. Take care. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.